Good evening. We have Mr. Vishal with us today. We have just concluded a one-to-one session on elimination techniques with me. My name is Rakesh Dalal, and this is a quick feedback video about Vishal's experience of this session and the product in general. So let me just tell you a brief background about Vishal. Vishal has given one attempt in civil services exam. That attempt unfortunately did not succeed. The upcoming prelims is Vishal's second attempt. So, Vishal, the first question that any student might have is, do the elimination techniques really work, or are these just a gimmick?
They do certainly work, sir. When we consider the nervous 90s, they call it, it is very hard for many aspirants to clear the cutoff.
You're
And they,
talking about the cutoff marks. Nervous 90s means the marks in the 90s,
yes, sir,
right?
yes, sir.
Not the years 1990s. Yeah,
That's the term used in cricket very frequently.
yeah, yeah. Okay, the cutoff marks you're talking. Okay.
Yes, sir, cutoff marks.
Hmm.
And then the standard questions that are generally asked are some 30 to 35.
Hmm.
Any serious aspirant can can easily attempt those questions,
That's right.
and the margin between the cutoff and the number of questions we attempt
Hmm.
is like 15 questions or 20 questions more.
Hmm.
And this is the place where these this elimination techniques get handy, sir. So
Okay.
we have to be very cautious as to these elimination techniques are considered, and we have to be taking tips from the professionals and who are very well versed with such techniques.
Okay. Another quick question. There are multiple kinds of paid elimination technique products available in the market. Two main varieties are there. One is the video based products wherein the student pays the money and gets the videos, multiple hours of videos. They can be 8 hours, 10 hours, 14 hours, different lengths of those videos can be there. And then we have these workshop courses where the students join live. The teacher is doing the sums, sharing the techniques, and then we have another type of products wherein this one-to-one interaction is there, which I am not aware of anybody else doing it. I for sure I believe in the maximum efficacy of this mode of teaching. So one-to-one session, what do you feel? And this one-to-one session was just 1.5 hours, right? And you paid a considerable fees for 1.5 hours. Compared to this, the video products are like 8 hours, 10 hours. Which one do you feel is a better kind of product?
So when we speak about the recorded classes, they're more of passive way of teaching. I mean, the person can have many tricks up his sleeve, but you as a person should know the tricks. So that is where the one-to-one session conducted by you comes in handy, very handy. Like it is very active. It will be we solving the questions and you correcting us, and the perspectives that we should think of will be told by you. That is very helpful. I mean, we should go for active thing if you are very serious.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one.
This is the reason why I started with these one-to-one sessions, because even I believe the same. I mean, videos don't really solve the root of the problem, which is how the candidate is approaching the question. So unless the candidate solves the questions and the instructor is observing their approach, it's very difficult to pinpoint. It's very difficult for the candidate also to correct himself, even if it is like 20, 20, 30 hours of videos. It's like not of
Then
that kind
it
of
doesn't make sense.
efficacy. Yeah, still is a bit of a difference. Okay, about this one-to-one session that you've had with me, what do you feel is the utility? Why should anyone take this session?
Uh, it is more of getting a feedback on how you solve the questions, and you have to get a habit into it. I mean, you have to make it a habit as to how you should solve it. So I have been, since when we talk, and when I talk about myself, I have been very rash when I solve the questions. I used to jump into the statements very quickly, and I used to mark anything without any logical thinking.
Yeah.
And I used to think from the perspective of an aspirant. But
Mm,
sometimes you just have to consider yourself someone while you solve the questions.
mm,
So that is the most important part, and I've taught it myself.
Mm,
Sir, sorry, his sir has taught that today.
mm, mm.
So it has been very helpful to me.
Give me an example. Give me an example of this where this change in
Uh,
thinking helped you.
like there was a question about Pesa, right, sir? And
Paisa, yeah.
it told me to think from the
Paisa,
perspective
just
of,
1 second for the viewers. Paisa is Panchayat Extension of Scheduled Areas Act. Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
You have told me to think it from the perspective of an local political leader.
yeah. Tribal leader. Yeah.
If I were to be a local political leader,
Mm,
what objectives would I be looking for to be
mm,
included in the act?
yeah.
So if I go by that thinking, then I would have reached the correct answer.
Mm.
Since I thought it from my own perspective,
My own means
seeing
as a
in class
student, as an aspirant, you thought,
as an
and
aspirant, yes,
knowledge
sir.
heavy. That question got messed up. Yeah,
Yes,
it
as
happens.
an
It happens.
aspirant, so I made a mistake there. And
Yeah,
then the other question was from it was an question from environment. It was asked it was about aquatic animals and asked what are the mammals from the above statements.
which are mammals? Yeah, yeah. Sea cow, sea horse, sea lion. That question.
Yes, sir. It was
Uh,
also it's a simple question, but we just have to it is a more of curious. I mean, if a person had a glimpse of a photo, a glimpse about an, I mean, if
mm,
he had a glimpse, of an animal, he would
mm.
have got it right.
That's it. In fact, even that spider monkey question was pretty interesting, right?
Yes,
Which of
sir.
them are found in India?
And in India, I mean, I certainly would have not thought about that question
Yeah,
in the way that you have taught had I
yeah.
not taken this session, sir.
I know it happens. It happens. A lot of things are there. They come with experience.
Yes,
People like me who are full time researching into these things, we commit hundreds of errors. Then we figure out, what not to do, and then we share it, share that knowledge with aspirants like you. So it certainly changes a lot. It gives you confidence. It gives you broader vision, right? That stress is not there when you go into the exam tomorrow. You know that 30-35 questions you can solve through logic,
my
through
approach has
knowledge.
been very sorry to interrupt, sir.
Yeah,
My approach has been very cliche, sir, very normal. I
yeah,
wasn't I wasn't able to solve it from a different perspective. No matter how many times I would have attempted this,
yeah,
still
yeah.
I in the same way.
Yes, for sure. It comes with experience actually. It comes
Yes,
with when we were your age, when we were aspirants, we also faced the same problems. Then, over time you think about these things, you keep, so new paradigms emerge, and then these are the paradigms which people call elimination techniques, or principles of logical thinking, and just make it into a product and share. So it's just more about experience than anything else. It's not logic, and not, in fact, knowledge. Not knowledge. Logic is what you call experience.
yes,
Okay,
sir.
just last. When should a student join my program? One-to-one program, should it be near prelims or as soon as possible?
I would say every serious aspirant should consider joining it as soon as possible
Mm,
because solving the questions the way you have taught us, it takes time. I mean, to solve the way, it has to be intrinsic. It has to be
has to
natural. It
come
has
from
to
within. Come
come
from
towards
within.
natural.
Yeah.
So to develop that, it takes a little time.
Mm,
So, if we consider it to be taking it just before prelims or like per se, just say like 1 month before the prelims,
mm.
we couldn't make justice to that. We
You
couldn't
already be
understand.
under a lot of pressure, and this
Yes,
new thing is like coming in. Mm,
we can't really do justice to that module, and it won't be our habitual. It will be in like any other course.
mm,
You'll be hurriedly taking before the
mm.
prelims.
And
So
actually, you are right. You're basically saying you should take it as soon as possible.
yes, it should be as soon as possible because. It should become your habit that that time because I'm stressing it
Mm,
because it comes a huge way it comes a what do you call it, it comes a long way when you're about to clear the prelims. It
mm,
makes a huge impact.
mm.
That's it, sir.
That's right. That's right. And also because what my focus is, and I hope you agree with me on this point, is that I stress on the principles of logical thinking and not just tricks or some formula that you can apply in different kinds of questions,
Mhm.
right? And that principles of logical thinking, they'll work best if you give them more time, naturally, just like anything else, right? Any other thing. Okay. Lastly, who should join this program, my one-to-one session? Should it be like? Does it require some minimum knowledge to join, or some minimum experience of preparation, or something to join, or can it be like anybody?
I would say anyone can join it. I mean, you don't really have to have a knowledge about it. I mean, even the senior, very senior people can also solve cannot also solve cannot solve the questions which are logic which on which logical approach should be applied. So anybody can join your model, sir.
Okay,
Uh,
irrespective of the preparation
little,
level.
little knowledge is enough, not more, not like seniors only should join.
Okay,
For
maybe somebody who has just read the NCRTs, one
But
month of preparation. So
NCRT is more than enough, sir. I would say NCRT is a more than enough to join your model.
okay. Last question. You have invested some money and some time with me in this session. What do you feel about the return on investment?
Return on investment was, I would say, very high, sir. It was very high, and it was very intriguing and informative as well. So I would consider more aspirants take this seriously, sir.
Okay, thank you so much.
Very good, sir.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for making making up my mind to think that way, sir.
Yeah, it's you in fact really, every aspirant who can think of this taking this exam has got that seed of logical thinking, but it's just that, the way things are happening nowadays, people think that it is knowledge heavy, or only very smart people who know a lot of things can clear this exam. It's not actually that. So if you it's I would say it's a simple exam. It's not an easy for exam for sure, but it's a simple exam. So you just need to declog your mind, declutter your mind, and then you can see what really is important. That officer like qualities, which many times I mentioned in your session also. Officer like qualities you need to focus on.
Yes, sir. And
Right,
that
right.
formula is also very good, sir. That you follow.
Sorry.
And
That
the
formula.
was very good, sir.
Chalo, practice in that Telegram course, right? Practice in the course.
And I would also recommend people joining that Telegram group. It would be very helpful in the long run. To
Okay.
practice, it would be very helpful.
Yeah, that actually is the purpose. You take this. It's like complimentary. You take this session
Yes,
and then
It
you
is
practice it over the long run in the Telegram course.
yes, sir. It is
Perfect.
very complimentary in nature. Yes.
Right, right. Chalo, thank you, Vishal, for your kind words. Right, I'm very happy my efforts benefited you. Thank you for your time, my dear. Thank you, Vishal.
Yes, sir.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.